What's up, Brooklyn Squad? How y'all doing tonight? It's your girl Jane. I'm back at it again with another video. Whether you like it or you don't. But I know y'all like it. But what's up, y'all? Happy Thanksgiving Eve. I don't know, but I do that a lot. I mean, it's just something that's in my head. I always say Happy Thanksgiving Eve. It is Thursday, Wednesday, right? It's the day before Thanksgiving. So I just say Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? I've been up since this morning cooking. I'm about done, and I wanted to give you guys a video. Was going to go live, but I need to head to bed because I gotta get up at 6:30, 7 o'clock tomorrow. So let's just do a reaction video because I'm still gonna give y'all something. Now, before we start, what do y'all think about Puff Daddy losing his clothing deal? Ooh, it's getting real messy. First of all, I didn't even know his shit was still out there. I really didn't. I didn't know people were still buying it. Because I'm always seeing G Unit or fancy high class, really exotic shit. So I didn't know that. I found out by Lovely T. So they're not fucking with Puffy anymore. Nobody's gonna wanna mess with him when they hear the word trafficking. Abuse, beating up your girlfriend, they'll let that go all by, right? Give her a black eye. We'll still work with you. Punch her in the face. We'll still work with you. Use her for money. Take her money. We'll still work with you. But when you say selling her, allegedly, he's going to lose a lot of money. No matter how big he is or how much money a billionaire he is, no one's going to work with a trafficker. I mean, behind the scenes, yeah. Let's just face it, he's a part of the Illuminati, right? Allegedly. But they have to come out and make it seem like we're not going to deal with him. We're going to cut all strings tied down. No, cut it off. St. John, clothing, gone. What other deals? Does he have any liquor brands or anything? Because if he does, that's next. Gone. Any jewelry or anything? Gone. Like, they're going to shut the shit down. They're going to make it seem like to us that they're not fucking with him. But we know. I mean, if you know that they're just as evil and conniving and devilish as his ass is. But of course, they have to make it on camera and to the public and the social media, because social media is the shiz out. Everything is on social media, baby. So, of course, one little person talks, it's all out there. Look at Carisha, Miami. It's all known. She ain't messing with Diddy. You think that was a choice? No. Your boy Diddy called and said, listen, you're going to have to tell them that you can't fuck with me because it's going to mess up your brand too. Because all my shit is about to be messed up. And since he built her brand, she can't afford for her shit to be messed up. God knows what he's been doing to her though. But we're going to get into that to another video. I want to do a reaction video, right? Because word on the YouTube platform streets is your girl Jaguar Wright, who this is really our first time talking about her on here. Like, really? But I need to talk about Jaguar. But not like that today because your girl got to get up early in the morning. But shout out to Jaguar Wright because a lot of I've been watching Jaguar Wright for years. okay, for a very long time. Since she was messing with Nosy whole life, before she even started messing with Nosy whole life. But now they're not even friends no more, allegedly. But anyway, Jaguar Wright had been saying that he's a trafficker. Why is it a surprise now? Why is it such a surprise now? But that's not even it. She's been exposing everything with these celebrities, right? But now the thing is coming out is the reason Cassidy settled so fast is because she might have something to do with the information that she knows about Kim Porter's murder. We all feel, right? Well, some of us feel. I feel like that young lady was taken out by P. Diddy, his wife, Kim Porter. Now, he was with Cassidy. Does she know about this? They saying she could have had some involvement. Not taking her out, but some other shit behind the scene. And this is why she settled so quick. I don't know. We're going to watch this video, going to do a reaction. Let me know your comments down below what you think of it. And then we'll do a live on it. And if not, we won't do a live on it and we'll just move on to the next one. But let me know if you want to do a live on it, so let me know what you think of this.
For helping Diddy to cover up Kim Porter's murder?
I know that you and Kim Porter had a sit down right before she left us. And I know Kim had some very good advice to give you. And I believe that this is why things are happening as they're happening now.
Jaguar Wright is back again, and she's spilling some major tea about how Diddy forced Cassie to hide very sensitive details about Kim Porter's death. According to Jaguar, Kim had a very deep conversation with Cassie about Diddy just before she died, and that Cassie knows exactly how Diddy unalived Kim. Some sources say this is why Diddy settled that lawsuit as quick as he did, because he doesn't want Cassie to reveal that in court. Jaguar claims Diddy murdered Kim by poisoning her, and he used Cassie to hide some of the details of the murder so it wouldn't be traced back to him.
They paid homage to certain sacrifices and homage to certain idols. They would drink, party, be merry, and the men would have sex with each other.
Okay.
I want to go back a little bit to what he said. That was P. Diddy's bodyguard. So listen, they saying that Jaguar Wright had a conversation. Not Jaguar Wright, I'm sorry. Kim Porter and Cassidy had a conversation right before Kim Porter was unalive. And I'm going to say unalive because I'm not going to say died. Because when somebody say, oh, that person passed away, that's to me like accidentally, like in her sleep, or no, she was taken out. Okay. So they're saying that that's why Diddy settled so quick. I could believe that. This young lady has some information more than the information on herself that what Diddy did to her. She got some information on the Kim Porter shit. And that's why he settled so fast with her. Interesting. Let's go back to what the bodyguard said a little bit.
They paid homage to certain sacrifices and homage to certain idols. They would drink, party, be merry, and the men would have sex with each other.
Okay, so if you
That's not the
haven't been
first time
keeping
we've
up with
heard that.
Jaguar over the years, then you've seriously been missing out. Because she's been exposing Diddy for some of his heinous crimes way before Cassie filed that little lawsuit. And it don't look like she's gonna be letting up anytime soon. At the time of Kim Porter's death, Jaguar was one of the first people to spill the tea about how Diddy used to physically assault her when she was alive. And now with the whole Cassie versus Diddy incident, Jaguar is back at it again. See,
Really?
just 24 hours after Cassie filed that lawsuit, Diddy settled it for an undisclosed amount, but it's rumored he had to pay around $100 million, despite him literally denying the allegations publicly. This was a
Commercials.
major shock to people because Diddy isn't exactly known to be very generous with his money. I mean, we all know he's notorious for making his artists sign the worst deals in the industry and keeping a very large percentage of their income for himself. I mean, hell, it took him over 30 years to pay up even half of what he owed his artists. So
Right. So why settle so quickly? Shit. You could have been pay your artists. You was holding shit away from them. Look what you did to Little Kim. You did to Biggie shit. I mean, you did this shit to a lot of people. So why settle so quickly? Because she has something over you that a lot of exes or a lot of friends probably or a lot of people don't. Now, I'm sure there's more people that got stuff over him when it comes to Kim, but I think Cassidy has the smoking gun, if you get what I'm saying. She has that smoking pipe. She has that smoking gun when it comes to, she must got like some real deep shit over him. What about if she knows exactly what he used to get rid of Kim? And she's the only one that knows. She knows something. Because I'm sure like everybody's saying that he did this to Kim Porter. He did this to Kim Porter. He's not shutting up nobody else though. He's shutting up her. Think about that. And let me know what y'all think about that. This is crazy, y'all.
with that in mind, you could see how people were very surprised about him settling that lawsuit in a day with more money than what she asked for. And if anything, it made him look more guilty and just about confirmed that Cassie had way more dirt on him than he could even imagine. But what really got people talking is how disturbingly similar the details of Cassie's lawsuit were to that of Kim Porter's. Just like Cassie, Diddy got Kim hooked on drugs, controlled everything in her life, and physically assaulted her all the time. The first time this was reported was back in 2005 when Diddy broke Kim's nose after he caught her sneaking around with Shakir Stewart during their on again, off again breaks. A source who spoke to Media Takeout said by 2 a.m., they were arguing loudly. This went on for several hours. Then at 7 a.m., there was screaming. Diddy flew in a specialist plastic surgeon from Geneva after the incident. Porter has since claimed that she hurt her face after she, quote, banged her nose on a table. Things got even worse when Shakir was found dead in his home. A lot of people.
Why abuse her? Why put hands on her when y'all was doing a breakup? So he was so obsessed with this woman, his own wife, that she was sleeping with somebody else. They was already separated and he was beating the hell out of her still. They was on an off and on again relationship. They wasn't together. So it shouldn't matter who the hell she sleeps with. It ain't none of his damn business. but the control and the obsession that he had over her, he was still putting hands on her. He's a monster.
People immediately suspected
And
Diddy
then
was
she wound up
responsible for this,
deceased,
and this
unalive.
was fueled by a source who said Diddy had actually gone to beat up Shakir for messing with Kim. Quote, Kim was seeing Shakir, and Diddy found out, and he went apeshit. He tracked Shakir down to his hotel, then Diddy went up there
Crazy.
without security and beat him to a bloody pulp. Diddy told him that he was going to erase him from the earth, and that he would have him killed. So with that, it's really no surprise that Diddy was the first name to pop up after it was reported that Kim had died from pneumonia. And get this, Kim's family didn't believe that for a second because she never had any underlying health conditions. But it wasn't just Kim's family. Her ex-husband, Al B. Shore, also slammed the news about her dying from pneumonia. He said that she was murdered when he posted a video of himself crying with the caption, "Just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's murder and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some." He made another post where he said that she was running from someone and how he asked her to call the FBI for protection. He said in the comments, "You would never believe what she went through." And guess what? Just about 3 months after Al B. Shore made these posts,
So here's a secret YouTube hack I learned to skyrocket your YouTube growth using YouTube Shorts. First, if you go to
he was admitted to the hospital for multiple organ failures before eventually slipping into a coma. Now, even
He tried to get rid of Al B. Shore too. I remember that. He tried to shut Al B. Shore up. But how did he get to him? He must have had somebody put something in his drink or something. I don't know. I want to look this up more. I do remember this about I'll be sure going into the hospital, getting sick, and then going into a coma and stuff like that. But I didn't keep tabs on it. But this is really some deep, interesting shit now, because now I'm wondering how the hell did he get sick like that? I know Cove was at the top of his peaks at that time, right? I can't say it on here, but Cove. So I wonder if he got that, but I don't think so. I think that Puffy got something to do with this shit.
even though he managed to survive, he's been very quiet since and hasn't mentioned a word about Kim or Diddy ever again. But we all know who ain't
See,
afraid to speak out. And baby, that's
you know.
Jaguar Wright. In fact, just about a year ago, she revealed that Kim Porter's death was ruled a homicide by the first coroner who was in charge of investigating the case, but he was replaced right before he was that close to digging up the truth.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And
she also talked about how all the people Diddy started with in his career all died and got sick just before they were writing tell-all books. One of those people included Kim, who was writing her tell-all book before mysteriously passing away.
But when you think about Kim, I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, Al B. Shore, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Mm-hmm. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left Puffy and Al almost died. They were all writing tell-all books. Andre.
Oh my God, so all these people were writing a tell-all book? They was all working under Puffy. I don't know who the hell Andre whatever is, but I'm gonna write this shit down and look under all this shit. Kim was married to him, of course, so she was writing a tell-all book. She's deceased. She's unalive. I'll be sure I didn't know he was writing a tell-all book. He's almost was unalive. How did Heavy D died? I thought he died of a heart attack. And he was writing, this is on a Ortel book. Child, they got some deep shit on Puffy. It can't just be the Gabe stuff because everybody's talking about that. It's got to be some other shit in that he don't want out. And I bet you it's the Kim, a lot of that is the Kim Porter. But then what else? Because Kim Porter gone. So what else?
Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died.
Puffy don't
and
want
I'll
them
Be
to
Sure
out.
was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything?
Printix helps you cut costs. No more print servers. No more support fees.
Happened to him? He must be the luckiest, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning, gone. Just him.
But just as I said before, Jaguar is not letting up on Diddy. She just
sure
came back
ain't.
from a very long break and is spilling some very disturbing information about how Diddy tried to convince Cassie to hide Kim's murder. Jaguar claims Kim met up with Cassie to warn her about Diddy just a few days before she died. Kim reportedly told Cassie that she suspected that Diddy was going to take her out, but she didn't know exactly how he was going to do it. This explains why Diddy was spotted with Cassie just a day after Kim's death, even though they had broken up about a month prior. Diddy and Cassie broke up in October 2018. However, after Kim died, Cassie and Diddy were spotted together. Well, the streets are saying Cassie knows exactly what happened to Kim, and Diddy allegedly threatened Cassie. And this is why she kept quiet for so long, because she was very afraid of Diddy. Child, now I see why Diddy settled that lawsuit within 24 hours. He just knew Cassie would have exposed far more of his nasty little secrets. And in an interview with Storm Monroe, Jaguar praised Cassie for finally breaking free from Diddy and talked about how Cassie has had to keep this info about Kim's death to herself in order to stay alive.
And I know Kim had some very good advice to give you, and I believe that this is why things are happening as they're happening now. Kim was smart, wasn't she, Cassie? Kept you alive and kept you safe. I will advocate for you. I went to shits, honeycomb. But you are a victim. And I know that. Congratulations on surviving and congratulations on standing up. I'll advocate for you. That pussy. And his little fucking dog.
Now, word on the street is the FBI is looking into reopening Kim's murder investigation again because there are way too many inconsistencies that show that her investigation was not conducted properly due to external interferences. It looks like Diddy ain't gonna be able to dig himself out of this mess because the evidence against him just keeps piling up and more people are speaking out. One
Oh, child, it's hot up in here and it is heavy, honey. One thing about Jaguar, she will speak out and you cannot shut her up. But that just scares me. That I have fear for her because I would hate for something to happen to her. She had to, and she don't have her face or nothing. Like she had to move many a times. She had to move plenty of times. I mean, it's a few times she had to actually do a podcast without showing her face and disguise her voice. But she's back again. She don't care. She will fight for the victims. Love her for that. Because I'm sure she probably was a victim herself. She's been in this industry for a very long time. Now, I know Cassie's sister did an interview, and I didn't see it. I seen like 3 minutes, and that's it. But I do want to take a look at that. I'm going to find it. They're going to open, hopefully, this investigation with Kim Porter. They need to. And if this is true, I pray that Kim Porter and everyone else that he victimized gets the justice that they deserve. Because for some reason, the first coroner, he got pushed back because he started telling the truth. That's like Jelani Day, first coroner dead. Whatever happened to him? But we're gonna get into that another time. This is about Cassidy. Yeah, I had to throw that out there. Let's get back into it. Somebody says for Diddy to settle on 24 hours after Cassidy filed a lawsuit only proves that she knows extremely too much information, times, locations about Diddy's dark world, and all the things he has done. And more, honey. I'm pretty sure more.
One person said for Diddy to settle 24 hours after Cassie filed a lawsuit only proves that she knows extremely too much information, times, and locations about Diddy's dark world and all the things he's done. Another person said LAPD needs to reopen the investigation on Kim Porter's death and a full investigation into Sean Combs. Shame on them if they are remiss in this. It would only mean that they're on Sean Combs' payroll. And someone else said, my God, this reopens everything that Kim Porter went through. I believe every word Cassie says, and I want Kim's death investigated. Kim spoke to Cassie prior to her passing. Cassie's civil case was brilliantly executed. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Cassie allegedly helping Diddy hide Kim's murder? And do you think Kim's case will be reopened for another?
I want to know what y'all think too. And do you think Kim Porter's case will be reopened? Because with all this coming out, honey, someone got to give. Now, shout out to Cassie for doing this, because this ain't easy. 10 years. Her holding the sin, her going through abuse, her being trafficked, all that she's been through, being sold, being this, being, you know what I'm saying, going through this shit. She opened the door. And let's just hope and pray that not only she get the justice, but other victims get the justice. Before y'all leave, I just need y'all to do one thing for me. One thing. I don't ask y'all for much, God damn it. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. I appreciate you for joining Brooklyn Squad. Thank you and have a blessed night. Enjoy your Thanksgiving tomorrow and be safe, y'all. Bye.